Hello, I'm Lord Snark, and if you watched my previous video you'll know that I'm a bit disappointed with anime studio Kyoto Animation, aka KyoAni, in the same sense that Caesar was a bit disappointed with Brutus. I think that recently KyoAni have come to represent shallowness and show a particular lack of effort in the writing department, but they weren't always like this. In the past, KyoAni have given us a number of much beloved classics, and in my opinion their last truly great work was a little mystery series called Hyouka. Hyouka was based on a series of novels by author Honoba Yonezawa and tells the story of Areki Hotaro, a high school student who lives his life by a policy of energy conservation, drifting through life doing as little as humanly possible because, what's the point? At the request of his older sister, Hotaro joins the school's classics club to stop it from being dissolved. There he meets fellow student Chitanda Eru, a girl with seemingly relentless curiosity for any kind of mystery who begins to pull Hotaro out of his grey-coloured life as, along with fellow new club members Satoshi and Ibara, they use Hotaro's brilliant deductive mind to solve any mystery that comes their way. As you might have gathered from that little summary, Hyouka is not a show of a grand scale. The opening arc's primary mystery boils down to finding out why Chitanda's uncle was forced to leave their high school when he was a student. Another is about the club trying to figure out the ending to an unfinished mystery short film. The mysteries themselves are often very small scale, trivial even, but they aren't the focus of the show. The real focus is on the characters and how they solve said mysteries, and it's because of this that Hyouka really shines. Some of you might be rolling your eyes at the prospect of an anime about a bunch of high schoolers doing seemingly trivial things, made by KyoAni, possibly the masters of the high schoolers doing trivial things subgenre, having good character writing. But Hyouka has that in spades. The main characters, in particular Hotaro, have interesting and unique personalities and are nicely fleshed out as the series goes on, especially towards the end. Even Chitanda, whose personality for the most part does seem to boil down to get some really interesting character development, particularly in the finale. The romance is another element of the show that really stands out. The slow build of Hotaro and Chitanda's budding feelings for one another progresses at a very natural pace that, unlike a lot of anime romances, never feels like it's stalling for time. In fact, I go as far to say that it's easily the best love story that KyoAni have ever done, and that's not even touching on the absolutely fascinating relationship between Satoshi and Ibara. Hyouka is a very subtle show. It's one that takes its time to slowly build up plot elements and character development as it quietly sinks its claws into you. You don't get life or death mysteries in Hyouka, nor do the romances lead to dramatic declarations of love as the music swells and the sun sets behind the star-crossed lovers. Hyouka is very much about the little things. It's a completely unpretentious series that doesn't step outside the realm of high school life, yet remains interesting enough that it never falls into the trap of becoming dull that many other high school set shows do. Hyouka is one of my favourite anime, and it's one that I really don't have a bad word to say about. Aside from the previously mentioned great character writing, it's frequently hilarious, has absolutely beautiful animation, and it's at the benchmark by which I judge all other school festival story arcs with the Kanya Festival story, which is arguably the high point of the entire series. In short, Hyouka is a series I would happily recommend, although it's not necessarily for everyone due to sometimes slow pacing and subtle storytelling that some may find boring. I think a lot of viewers who haven't tried it yet would find a lot to like. And it's because of all of this that KyoAni's current state saddens me. Their decision to focus on in-house productions and move away from adaptations of material they don't own is, in principle, one I could get behind. Unfortunately, it's led to a marked decline in their output that leaves me concerned that this genuinely talented studio might never live up to their potential again. I do have hope that the upcoming Amagi Brilliant Park, based on a series of light novels by author Shoji Gato, who actually worked on Hyouka, may end up being a return to form, but that remains to be seen. As for Hyouka, here's my verdict. Hyouka is a brilliantly written, well-produced borderline masterpiece that every anime fan should give a look. If you have even the slightest interest in mystery solving or romances involving engaging characters, then you'll get something out of Hyouka. Thank you for watching.